scale up and post approval changes. These are referred as the SUPAC changes. And US FDA has provided the guideline for the SUPAC for immediate release formulations and for the modified release formulations. Also, the SUPAC guidelines are available for semi-solid formulations and the equipment changes. Whenever there are changes done to the product after approval, these come under the SUPAC. There are certain principles, there are certain guidelines. Depending on to the changes made to the product, the applicant or manufacturer needs to demonstrate that because of the change, the product quality is not getting hampered. And the level of the change will lead to the demonstration of the quality parameters. Like if the changes are very minor, these can be captured in the BMR and filed through the annual quality review. And if these are moderate, it will lead to demonstration of the dissolution, demonstration of the IVRT. And if these are major, then the applicant need to perform full stability and the bioequivalence studies. I welcome all the viewers to this introductory part on SUPAC changes. The guidance for SUPAC is for the pharmaceutical industry for the scale up and post approval manufacturing changes. As the name is there, like scale up and post approval changes, that means if you are changing the batch size or scale, whether it is scale up or scale down, and if you are changing something into the product after approval, then the scale up and post approval changes will be applicable. Scale up means transition of the product from small scale R&D to the large scale, that is commercial manufacturing or production. SUPAC guidance is there on managing the changes during scale up and the post approval phase, and aim of this guideline is to provide you the information and understanding to ensure consistent product quality, safety and efficacy. What is SUPAC? SUPAC is scale up and post approval changes. It is the full form. It is a guidance document. It is not a strict guideline, but the principles are required to be used and justification is to be given. SUPAC changes apply to the manufacturing procedures, processes. Then these applies to the equipments. These applies to the specifications, composition of the formulation, components of the formulation, manufacturing sites, packaging sites, scale up and scale down of the batch size of the products. Many of the times, the SUPAC guidelines are applicable to the equipment changes and also for the site changes. Why SUPAC is important? SUPAC is applicable and important because it is required to ensure quality during scale up and post approval changes, prevents the changes in physical and chemical properties of the drug product, and also for the combination products, it reduces manufacturing risk and regulatory delays. And SUPAC guidelines helps to provide you compliance with the novel formulations like NDAs, generic formulations like ANDAs. Then come to the SUPAC guidances types. SUPAC IR, MR guideline is there. Then SUPAC guideline for the semi-solids. SUPAC immediate release, SUPAC modified release includes the formulations like immediate release, extended release, controlled release, prolonged release, delayed release or enteric coated, and the manufacturing addendums. SUPAC SS is for the non-sterile semi-solids like creams, ointments, gels, suspensions and emulsions, the formulations which are non-sterile in nature and applied on the skin, or you can say that these are the topical formulations or dermal formulations. Then manufacturing equipment addendum is also there. Now systematic aspects of the SUPAC. So it identifies the levels of the changes to the CMC, that is chemistry, manufacturing and controls of the drug product, in vitro dissolution or in vivo bioequivalence testing, and supporting documents for the NDA, ANDA and other submissions. You might be aware about the CB30, CB0, and you might be aware about the PAS and the annual report. So these are based on the level of the changes. If the changes to the drug product made are minor and cannot impact significantly the quality, then this can be reported in the annual report. Then moderate changes are routed through the changes being effected supplements, that is CB30 and CB0. I have made separate video on CB30 and CB0 annual report and the past, so you can go through that video. It will help you to understand these terms. If the changes are major, then post changes the impact will be more onto the drug product related to the quality bioequivalence. That's why the major changes require the PAS filing. PAS means prior approval supplement required before the distribution. Example of the changes covered: change in components or composition, change in the manufacturing site, process, scale up or scale down of the manufacture, change in the manufacturing process equipments, regulatory filing requirements. Then for each change, we need to provide the justification, and we should have data for the chemistry and CMC testing, in vitro dissolution and or in vivo bioequivalence testing. Sometimes in vitro, in vivo both are required. Sometimes in vitro testing can suffice the requirement. It is required for supporting documents for the FDA submission. So out of all the level of changes, if major changes are there, then bioequivalence study will be required. Benefits of SUPAC guidances. So it supports the smooth scale-up processes. You have ready reference for the justification. You can refer this guideline and go for the scale-up and post-approval changes. And it defines all the changes and the requirement clearly. So it improves the yield and reduces the cost, minimizes the regulatory hurdles to the applicants. And these guidelines ensure the quality, safety, and efficacy of the products. So by these guidelines, the applicants have the ready reference. Then in summary, the SUPAC guidelines are there to provide the guidance for the manufacturing and site changes, composition and component changes, manufacturing process changes, scale-up changes. It helps to manage minor, moderate, and major changes to the drug product after approval, and it ensures consistent product performance after the scale-up. So whenever you want to change something to the approved formulation, you can go through the SUPAC guidelines and it will give you the ready reference. Many of the times before going to the approval changes, some companies, some organizations and professionals use the principles of SUPAC guidelines before the filing as well, so that you can have some reference. Thank you for watching the video, and if you have any queries or questions, you can comment and mail me. Thank you.